If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. If you are a gifted person, it doesn't mean that you gain something. It means you have something to give back. Loneliness does not come from having no people around, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. Depression is like a woman in black. If she turns up, don't shoo her away. Invite her in, offer her a seat, treat her like a guest, and listen to what she wants to say. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. The greatest and most important problems of life are fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. Your perception will become clear only when you can look into your soul. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. The word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct, acting from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. The pendulum of the mind alternates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Your perception will become clear only when you look into your soul. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own souls. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, there love is lacking. Your heart knows the way. Run in that direction. The dream is a small hidden door in the deepest and most intimate sanctum of the soul. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. What you resist persists. The world will ask you who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol or morphine or idealism. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Seldom, or perhaps never, does a marriage develop into an individual relationship smoothly and without crises. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents. The emotional attitude in which we confront the world is the thing that really matters. In each of us, there is another whom we do not know. The self is made manifest in the opposites. There is no birth of consciousness without pain. A dream that is not understood remains a mere occurrence. Understood, it becomes a living experience. The acceptance of oneself is the essence of the whole moral problem and the epitome of a whole outlook on life. The dream is the small hidden door in the deepest and most intimate sanctum of the soul. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Shame is a soul-eating emotion. Mistakes are, after all, the foundations of truth. And if a man does not know what a thing is, it is at least an increase in knowledge if he knows what it is not. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. The sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. The more you try to avoid suffering, the more you suffer, because smaller and more insignificant things begin to torture you in proportion to your fear of being hurt. The most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. Man is not a machine that can be remodeled for quite other purposes as occasion demands, in the hope that it will go on functioning as regularly as before, but in a quite different way. It all depends on how we look at things, and not on how things are in themselves. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. An attractive person always stays at home because beauty thrives in the sanctuary of their solitude. A special ability means a heavy expenditure of energy in a particular direction, with a consequent drain from some other side of life. The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents. The best political, social, and spiritual work we can do is to withdraw the projection of our shadow onto others. The more intensively the family has stamped its character upon the child, the more it will tend to feel and see its earlier miniature world again in the bigger world of adult life.